Hi everybody, happy 2 o'clock on a Wednesday. It's beautiful and sunny outside and I'm here to show you the VIP card. This month I'm thanking my VIPs with this cool Z-fold card using that cute truck. I can't wait to show you this set. It is so cute. Little truck with all the little things that you can decorate the truck and put into the truck, put onto the truck, and obviously it's gonna be a big favorite. So I thought, I have to show you. But before we start that, I just want to show you one other project I've been working on. Let me just set that aside a minute. So this is the catalog that you should be getting in the mail if you haven't already. And this one is good for a full year. It's good through July of 2023. We have a 1 month overlap right now of the old catalog and this catalog. But so you'll see both things online. One of the new things that they've done in this core catalog is they have created paper packs according to the seasons. So there's spring, summer, fall, and winter. And I've been playing around with these a little bit because I really want to do a scrapbooking workshop using these packs. And I want to show you what I put together so far. Not entirely my idea. It's something that they kind of pitched in our convention. And I am jazzed to show it to you. I think it'll be a really great workshop. And it's not crazy expensive, which is really nice too. Okay, so let me show you what I did. Using each of the paper packs, basically, the idea is to make a summary of that season. So, for example, for summer, you might put, when you went to a small picture of when you went to get ice cream, when you went on maybe a vacation photo, somebody mowing the yard, somebody grilling out, a birthday, whatever is happening during those summer months, just the highlights of that. And then I have this little pull-out tab for journaling, and then you would number your photos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me just show you the way I envision it to work. So you can get those page protectors. I'm gonna mess with my camera and make you all dizzy. I have been having issues with my internet service the last 2 or 3 days. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's annoying. So I just switched to my cellular service, sorry. Okay, so the way this would work is you would have those summary pictures, kind of a quick highlight of what they are, front and back, and then a couple little pictures on the 6x6 page, and they would all companion together into a big kind of section on summer. I also did the exact same page layout, only for using the winter pages. If you can see that, how that looks, front, back, and then you have the 6x6 pictures. And this would be, just those real quick highlights. We went to see Christmas lights, we saw Santa, we shoveled snow, we played with the dog, whatever, snuggled up and watched a movie. You just have those quick pictures that you put together to kind of highlight the season, and then you can go into detailed pages about each event if you want, but this is like a cool idea for an overview. And then we'll do the same thing for fall and the same thing for spring. I just thought that was a really cool idea, and I'm kind of putting that together right now, what you would need to buy and what I will give you free if you do. Okay, so let's talk about the VIP card. Excuse excuse me. I still have that little bit of a coldy cough thing. So I have included with your VIP card a bunch of stuff in an envelope. You can kind of pull that out. I included an envelope so that you can send your card to someone. And basically, I'm just going to kind of sort these out a little bit. The papers, this is Harbor paper. This paper is from the garden paper pack, and so is the grass. Now some people got grass, some people got something else, and I can't remember what, but those are decorative extras. This is a new color called Seabrook, which goes really well with those others. All right, then I included some other parts and pieces, which I'll explain, and a couple of dots. Now, I just want to show you this little truck. It's bigger than you think, right? I mean, it is a good, I want to say 3.5 or 4 inches long. Let me see. 4 inches long. So that's a fairly good sized truck. And I went ahead and I colored a few of the extra pieces that I did not send to you, just so you could see them. I just thought that would be a cute way to show. I have one colored here, you know, where you could put the pumpkins in the truck, like that. Or the tree. You know, we all love the Christmas tree in the truck. You could put hay bales. You could even put the hay bales and make a scene and have the pumpkins here. And of course, the little edge on the truck, the little wooden fence edge. So today, I thought it might be kind of fun just to show a way to color the truck. I'm just sort of putting stuff aside. All right. I haven't shown my colored pencils for a long time. So I'm going to get those out. You can make your truck any color you want. Obviously, I chose red. And I can show you how to color it red, or we can choose a different color, blue, or we could choose, you know, whatever you want to see. This could look a lot more masculine. You could make it like a dark gray or a rusty brown, whatever color you think that you would really like. Maybe I'll make this one more of a rusty brown color. So what I like to do is I like to take 3 or 4 colors that are kind of in the family. Excuse me. So a light and dark orange, and then a couple of browns, and I may even use a gold or something as well. So let's start by making the truck like a gold color all over. When you use colored pencils, it's kind of important not to have a super sharp tip on them. You might notice mine's kind of flat. I have some scratch paper that I've been using where I basically just scribble. I think I threw away most of my scratch paper. Hold on a minute. Where I just scribble my pencils down until they're not, you don't want lines like this on when you're coloring. You want them to be nice and soft and flat where you can't tell where the pencil starts and ends really. You don't want to see each line of the pencil. So we're going to start by just doing a quick overall shade. Now when we do that, we're not pushing hard on it at all. We're just putting the first color down on the truck using a real light hand. So I've been getting some questions about VIP and VIPs. A lot of people's VIPs are getting ready to expire for the year in, I want to say October, November. All right, so see how I just made that kind of an all over? It's not very pretty, but just an all over shade. Now I'm going to use the light orange and do the same thing. So when your VIP expires, you'll get an email from Close to My Heart telling you that your VIP is about to renew. If you don't want to renew it, you just go to your account and cancel it. If you want to renew it, you don't have to do anything except for make sure you have an active credit card on your account. So when you sign into my website, which is right here, right there, I think you can see it, right there. You click on your name when you sign in, and then go to your account, and you can put in your information there. That way it'll automatically renew. Okay, so I did my light tan. Doesn't look like much yet, does it? Okay, so now that we've done a surface cover, you need to do a little something to make the paper kind of push down. I'm going to use the next color of brown. So we're kind of pushing a little bit harder onto the paper, and we're especially pushing hard where there would be a shade. So shade to me would be like behind the door, like that. Shade would be, this is round, so this would have a shade around the outside. So I'm just putting some color down, and we're kind of mashing down the tooth of the paper just a little bit, where before we were just putting an all over color. Each shade, each layer that you put on, you're using a little bit more oomph, and you're putting a little bit more shading. So see, now you're starting to see the truck shade coming. Here's another place where you would see shade. And then around the fender. I can always look up when your VIP is due. You should be able to look that up as well. I'm gonna do rusty hubcaps too. Under your account, under your VIP status, it should list it. I can always help you with that though. All right. I'm putting a little bit of color on the door. Okay, so there's the start of my truck. Not much yet, right? I think I need the darker brown now, and let's make our truck more of a brown. Now, I want to make sure that I don't have a pointy edge, so I'm scribbling my brown down to more of a flat surface, flat edge, and I'm pushing on the tooth of the paper. As you do this, what you're going to see is that the truck starts looking a little almost waxy from your pencil. And so I'm just kind of going all over the truck in that brown, but I'm using a lighter motion on the light parts and darker where I think there would be shading. And if you look, you might be able to see, there you can see it. See how it's kind of shiny? The more color that I add, the more like wax that I lay down from my pencil, the more shiny it will look. But it'll blend better if you do it in layers like this. Light touch at the top, darker touch on the side. Same with the door. I'm going to go all over the whole door in the brown. But notice I'm pushing hard. I'm going light, pushing hard. So my truck is starting to look more smoothed out now. Can you see that? All right, so here's the colors I've been using. I feel like I need something even darker. And I have an even darker brown in here. Now I'm going to do that dark brown just where the shading part is. Like here. I like this in brown. I haven't colored this in brown yet. This is the first time. I made a blue one and I made it green the other day. I've messed around a little bit with gray. But I do like the kind of rusty brown look here. So you can use markers or pencils or anything you've got to color yours in, and you can use any color you want, obviously. I tried to make the paper that I sent generic enough so that you could, you know, use your creativity to make it what you need. It's a cute card for birthdays or thank yous or anything, really. How you doing? All right, I really like that. I like how that looks. It looks like a kind of rusty truck. Now I want to go over it using a lot of oomph. And I think I want to use the orange color. Let's see how that looks. I'm pushing kind of hard, and I'm going through the whole thing kind of hard, and I'm just doing it all over. You can tell I'm a little sloppy. And what I'm doing is I'm making that final layer push down. I'm pushing onto the pulp paper, making it all smoothed out. So that you don't see like pencil strokes. Ta-da! I really like how that looks. Look at that. It's great. Okay, now obviously I need to do my tires. I don't tend to start with black. I start with a gray, and I do that all over thing. Kind of like, and then I'm going to go ahead and do that. The door handle. All right, and then I go in with my black or darker gray and put my next layer. Now the thing about pencils is sometimes the first and second layer looks so scratchy, and if you're looking at your colored pencils and you're like not getting an effect that you like, you probably need to put another layer on, because it's really easy to get kind of a scratchy look from your pencils. Like, look at my tires there. Not good, not good. So the last layer should be kind of your darkest. Put a little pressure on. All right, so look at the two wheels. Big difference between them. Colored pencils, you know, the first pencils I bought that I really liked were just Crayola. I just bought like school pencils. And you know, it's not that they're bad, they just have less pigment in them, so there's more wax in them, and so you have to work with them a little more. When you buy more like artist grade supplies, there's more pigment. Ta-da! Now the last thing I like to do is a little bit of something in the window, just so that it looks like there's glass there. So, there, ta-da. All right, now I do want to put the little fence on the back, and I want it to be a dark brown. So, if I wanted to shade, I wouldn't want to push too hard the first round. But this one, I'm just for time, I'll put just like that. Cute, cute, cute. And then I went ahead and did the happy day, which we can attach. I went ahead and colored some of the balloons. I think those are really cute. Now the other thing about the balloons, and excuse me, the way that I think the truck comes alive and the balloons come alive is to use a white gel pen to have some highlights on them. So like, for example, let me just color in a balloon. All right, I did one layer, and then the second layer I'm shading. So there's my kind of red balloon. Now if I take my gel pen and I put the highlight on it, the balloon actually looks rounded, and you can kind of see how cool that looks. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to my truck. So I want a little bit of a highlight on the fender because it's rounded, a little bit here. I think I'll put a little on the mirror. Here's another spot, this fender, the back. So if you kind of put it where you would expect a little highlight to be, your truck will look more dimensional. Ta-da! All right, let's talk about making this card. Let's see. I'm going to put these aside. This is what I'm going to use. All right, so the card base itself, I had to fold in half for you, and you may notice there's a seam in it. Basically, you can make, if you would rather have the outside of your card like this, you can flip it, but I like it this way, and I would highly recommend that you use something to push on your creases and make them sharp, because my scoring is not always sharp. And then this piece just folds back. Just fold it onto the score. Ta-da! Just like that. Now, we're going to decorate the pieces. You should have a piece that goes on the inside like this. I kind of used what I had. Some people got grass, some people got polka dots, and just kind of put it so that there's a nice even border around the edge. On this one is the polka dots, how it looks. I just put it on the side. You could flip it over and use the other side if you want. I wanted to, this piece is for where you're gonna write your message, and I would wait to put that one in just for a moment. This Seabrook color is so pretty. You can use the dark side, the light side, whichever you wish. And you can put it here or here. I put mine here. I liked how that looked when the card opened. Okay, these two nest together. Now, you could do a more of an even wood tone or the more rustic wood tone. With this truck, I like the rustic. All right. So I am just, and then you'll notice Harbor has two sides, dark and light, and you can put it either way you want. Now, when you attach this to your front, you do not want to put adhesive over the whole thing, because then your card will not open. You only want adhesive on the part that's going to go on this flap. So about halfway, if you can kind of see what I did there, and then I'm just going to kind of eyeball it to center it, and then make sure there's no adhesive showing on the back. And there's your card. There's your basic card. Now it's just decorating, more or less. Okay, sorry for the cough. I like this piece to not show, so I want it behind this flap. And basically this is where I'm like, hey, thanks for helping me out, or whatever. Hope your day is great. Happy birthday, whatever. This is where I put that message, and I want it to be hidden by this panel. The other pieces that I sent to you are so that you have some creative license. So in this one, I did special delivery on the inside, but you could put it on the outside, or you could use a different piece of your choice. So that's why I sent it. This is extra. I'm not going to use it today. All right, but I am going to use this, and I'm just going to make it even. All right, and I'll put that on the inside. Ta-da, see, all hidden. And now I just have the truck. So I'm going to go ahead and put my truck on. Just like this. And I'm going to tuck my balloons in. Now, one thing I did on my balloons is I put a pop just on the end, and then I put adhesive here, and I thought that way this is attached. The balloons are a little tiny bit dimensional right there. I also like this little fence to be a little bit dimensional. Let me find my I have my tape around here somewhere. Here we go. All right, so I'm just going to use a little piece of foam tape, and I'm going to put it right there where the fence goes. So it kind of stands up from the card a little bit. And then my little happy day, it could also be dimensional, but I'm just going to use my liquid glue. And you can hang this from the back, from the door handle. I'm just going to hang it, like make it look like it's hanging from here. Isn't that cute? Excuse me. Okay, so I have 3 little pieces. The way that Close to My Heart has started packaging their dots is that you get dots, hearts, and stars in 3 different colors. So this is the teal, this is the blue, and then this is the red, where you get like it's like a paprika, a melon, and a candy apple. And so I sent you each 3 pieces out of the red package. So you'll have a dot, a star, a couple hearts, a heart or 2, whatever. And so you can put these on however you want. They're just stickers, epoxy, and I just think they're adorable. So you have all 3 colors. Isn't that cute? One last thing I want to show you on, especially like on the red truck, you might notice on my example how sharp the lines are. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take a marker in a really dark color, like that's a really, really dark red, almost a brown, and I will just lightly kind of go along the lines and give it a little more dimension like that. I like that sometimes you can add to it with marker what you can't do with what would take a lot more work with a pencil. And so sometimes I'll just add a little marker to it, and I just think that the whole image just sort of pops a little more when you have that super dark. And you don't have to do this, it's just an idea for when you're using pencils, just to kind of go over the lines a little bit, like that. And I just use a really light touch, because if you get carried away on using all the markers, you might as well have just colored it with marker. But you can kind of see how that added a little dimension to it. And then you can always go back with your pencil and kind of add shading or whatever to your truck. So I'm going to show you this one more time. That's what it looks like on the inside. Here's a red one, if you like red. And I hope that you really love your VIP cards. And I love to hear feedback for ideas or things that you would like to get. If you're not into card making, cards are nice because they're really simple for me to send to you, all the parts and pieces. And then you can just color the image. And so, you know, I like to do that, but if there's other things you'd like to see, just let me know and I'll see if I can work it in. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I really appreciate you being a VIP with me. If you have any questions about the VIP program or where you're at in your year when your subscription renews or whatever, just message me and I'll look it up for you. Thanks a lot. Bye.